I don't know when you'll be watching this video. You might watch it on Wednesday. If you do, happy Thanksgiving Eve. If you watch it on Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving. If you watch it on Black Friday, happy Black Friday. Yeah, but I don't know when I'm post this. But the theme of this video today is to basically talk about JJK and just new anime people in general. So without further ado, cue the intro.
It's a bird!
It's a plane!
It's a geek.
So the problem that we have now is I always love people watching anime and new fans, and I tell y'all all the time, or at least I say it to my friends and stuff. People like RDC and things like that have made it to where anime is more accessible, or more people like it, more people accept it, and things like that. But when stuff like that happens, same thing with Marvel. Y'all know I'm a mainly Marvel channel, but I do want to talk about anime too. When that happens with anime, you get a lot of new people who haven't watched the prime shows saying that the newer shows are the best. And right now, if you're on Twitter, if you're in any anime Twitter community, what you're seeing right now is people saying that JJK is probably the greatest anime ever. And by people, I mean you're probably seeing this by individuals who are mainly probably under 16, who just started watching anime 2 years ago. For all my JJK fans out there, let me tell you that there is nothing wrong with saying JJK is your favorite anime. Nothing wrong with that. But saying objectively that it is the best anime ever, and you only seen like 5 shows, calm down. I first have to ask y'all, what do y'all value in an anime show? What I value, it depends on what anime shows you watch too. Not every anime is a shonen. Not every anime show, they're fighting. So what do y'all value? Do y'all value fight scenes? Do y'all value great storytelling? Do y'all value character development? Do y'all value the relationships with the characters? Do y'all value the fan base? A lot of things like that come into play with anime shows and how they are seen within the community. So I want to say this basically in the shortest way and the best way possible. And this is not a dig at JJK, mostly, to be honest with you. But broaden your anime collection. Broaden what you have watched. Don't sit here and tell me that JJK is the best when you've only watched 3 other shows. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that you're an anime watcher and then your top 5 shows all time, you got Dragon Ball Z in it. Yeah, I said it, for all you Dragon Ball Z fans too. We gotta get to a point, I'll say, and y'all probably asking, what's my top 5? If y'all wanna know my top 5 anime shows, y'all will have to let me know in the comments, and I'll make a video on that and explaining why these 5 shows are my top 5. But without a doubt, I can tell y'all easily, I've seen easily over, I don't want to gas it either, probably anywhere from like 70 shows to 100. And that's probably not even that much, to be honest. But I've been watching anime for the past 10 years, and I'm only 20 years old. So that'll tell you, I'm finna turn 21, so that'll tell you how long I've been watching. Probably a little longer than that, to be honest with you. I've watched a lot of shows, I've watched a lot of genres. But for any new anime incomer, I always tell y'all don't have to first start out with a show that has 300 episodes. Start with something light. One of my favorite anime recommendations I like to give people is Yu Yu Hakusho. Why do I give Yu Yu Hakusho? It's not just because that it's one of my favorite anime shows. It's not, I can't say objectively it's a top 5 anime show of all time either. But it's because it gives you a little bit of everything, while also telling you how anime used to be back in the 90s. It's a perfect show that'll give you great storytelling. It'll give you great character development. It'll make you build relationships with characters. It has great fights, some great villains. So it's a show where it has a little bit of everything, but I can't say it's just the absolute best at one thing. It's a it's not a mediocre show, but you know, middle of the pot. So I guess that is mediocre. You don't want to start off with something strong. You work your way up to a small anime show, then you go to something like Attack on Titan. Or before that, you go to Death Note. Maybe Death Note, it gives you a little more, it's an anime show, it's a little more thinking involved. And then you go to Attack on Titan, where you got some fighting, you got some clever storytelling, you got some switcheroo and all that type of crap. And you keep evolving, You might hit Naruto. In Dragon Ball Z, I don't count that because Dragon Ball Z, everybody's seen it. everybody's seen Dragon Ball Z Kai, everybody's seen Super, everybody, like that's something everybody has seen. So I don't really count that as a great anime show. And to be honest with you, it's not. The storytelling's mid, the characters are great, but really that's it. They got great characters, and the story is terrible. But for JJK people, and I'm only basing this because I haven't read the manga. I'm an anime only watcher of JJK. Y'all can't tell me JJK doesn't even have the best fight scenes I've ever seen. Now, they have some of the best, like I'll say JJK fights, they top 5, top 10. But they're not one. JJK storytelling so far, not even close to being top 5 at all. So you gotta look at what you value, and then look at like things from an objective point of view. The reason why people put Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood in the top 5, some people got that as their favorite one, objectively, is because when it comes to the points of anime show that every anime show should have, it hits every single point and nails it with a home run. Storytelling, characters, fights, character development, it hits everything. And there's more to anime shows. Life lessons. You can have a 1,000 different anime show things where if they hit on these aspects, it's a great show. One Piece, for example. One Piece, to me, objectively and subjectively, top 3 anime show ever. People say, oh well, it's a long show, so it should get discredited. I don't want to watch it because it's 1,000 episodes. But they never ask why it's 1,000 episodes. One Piece isn't known to have a lot of filler. One Piece isn't known to have drug out fights. The Kaido fight they just had was probably the only one that was drug out. But in that time Kaido and Luffy was fighting, you was getting other fights. You was getting other development of characters. You was getting other plot points in the story. So that's all I want to come here and say. Stop with the JJK is the best. It's not. I only got JJK over Chainsaw Man for me right now. You know what I'm saying? Has great fights. The only character I really like so far is Yuji. So let's calm down with that. And if you're a newcomer, dive your toes into other anime shows that came out in the 90s. Yu Yu Hakusho, Bleach. You got Sailor Moon even. I think Sailor Moon came out in the 90s. You got Cowboy Bebop. I think that came out in the 80s or something. Watch older anime shows so you can appreciate stuff before we had all this great animation carrying these shows. Because if you say JJK has the same animation level as Yu Yu Hakusho, it would be the same, you're probably lying. Same thing for Demon Slayer. Same thing for a lot of these newer anime shows. My Hero is an exception. Chainsaw Man is an exception. Because they have great story. That's all I got for y'all. Lastly, that's not to say JJK doesn't have a great story. Because it probably does in the manga. But in the anime so far, I'm not, as far as story, there's nothing that's really, you know what I'm saying? So, anyway, if you love the video, like the video. If you don't love the video, still like the video. I'm on the road to 150 subscribers. I hope I don't lose some of y'all from this, but I got 136 now. I gained 6 subscribers since I posted my last video. Y'all going stupid, y'all going crazy. It seemed like after every video, I gotta tell y'all to share it with your mama, sister, brother, cousin, uncle, and grandpa, and papa. So keep doing that so I can keep getting subs, and I can keep having a community where you can come here with open arms and leave comments for what y'all think on what I said. But without further ado, I'm out. Peace.